What's up, everybody? We are live again. You have not seen me for a while because I have not been on this thing, but I'm back. Not better than ever, but definitely improved. Definitely improved. We've been working, even though we have not been live streaming. We've been working on our charts, our strategy. Last evaluation, we failed again with, losing the capital, the equity. And you know what happens when you lose equity? You lose the evaluation. You only have I got my All right, some technical difficulties as always. When you go live, the world is a scary place. In any case, we're back to 50K because we reset the account. We didn't reset it actually. I don't reset accounts. I wait for the month to renew and then get back on it, because I take that time that I lost the evaluation to reflect, to improve, to work on it. Then I come back when the subscription renews. That does two things. Number one, I'm not just putting money like an idiot into this thing. I'm actually trying to pass the evaluation. And number two, why am I going to reward myself for losing the evaluation, for blowing up the account, basically? Because that's how basically we are losing the evaluation, by blowing up the account. One of the tries, I think this is about my 5th try to this evaluation. Can't keep track anymore. No, but it is about, 5 months. And what I will say is that it has to take time. That's what I realized. It has to take a long time because, I keep saying this on my videos. It's like, if you want to pass an evaluation, we want to make it as long as possible, because the longer you make the evaluation, there are more chances that you have some good days that add up. And that what that means is bad days, even if they add up, they don't blow up the account. Because each day's loss, maximum loss, should be somewhere, I would say tops like $200. That's what I'm doing today, for example. Today, my goal is $200 or a $200 loss. And I'm not gonna try to get more than that. Move on to tomorrow, where the goal might differ. Might be 300, might be 100. It depends on the numbers that I have at the moment. Being that right now I have 50K in equity, and my goal is to make it a long journey, make the evaluation as long as I can. And one of the goals on this time around for me is not even passing it yet. Okay, that's gonna be a byproduct of just good trading. That's gonna come eventually. I'm gonna pass this thing. But my goal, in order to take one step instead of that huge leap, which is passing the evaluation, it's a little bit out of my range to pass the evaluation at the moment. First, I gotta get really disciplined, because like on my best attempt, I was up about $7, $9, almost $1,000 in profits. That only leaves me with 1,500 more to go, and it gives me capital to keep the evaluation going for longer. So if I'm gonna pass it, eventually it'll happen, right? But the goal is to keep the evaluation going for a month. That's my main goal. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to be very picky about my trades and not just my executions, but the amount that I can lose per day. Okay? The maximum trades is still going to be 10. I can take 10 trades per trading day, but that doesn't mean I have to trade 10 times. I could only trade 1 or 2, whatever it is that gets me to my either my, you know, losing day or, you know, profitable day. Here's the problem with that though. You know, the problem with risking so little is that you never know, because a lot of times you do a little bad at the beginning and then you kind of start to see the market better and you make better entries. But the thing is, you know, now you're coming back from a loss. So if you start with a loss, oh man, I'm sorry guys, one sec. In any case, yeah, if I'm gonna pass this, I'm gonna have to take, oh yeah, so I was saying that, you know, if you have a bad day at the beginning of the day and you cut your losses, that means that's it. It's done. You never know if you could have gotten back, because a lot of times when you do get back from a loss, like let's say I lose, you know, two entries, the first 2 entries, and I'm down 200, 250 down, right? I got a 250 drawdown, and then I make 3 good entries and puts me at $140 profit. But the thing about that is that, yes, I mean, that played out well, but in the long run, that's not gonna sustain, because you're basically, you know, dig a hole and then climb out and hopefully, you know, find a ladder. You know what I mean? So first you're doing the digging, and the other way where, you know, you just cut your losses every day, that means, you know, you dig a hole and then that's it. You stay in the hole. And then the next day you start at the hole, and we could either dig a little deeper or start climbing out. You see what I'm saying? Now, if we have a day that we make 2 or 3 good entries, because, you know, like let's say I'm saying today, I'm not gonna lose more than 200 bucks. Okay, so what's my profit target? It's 200, okay? But that doesn't mean I cannot make more. Because if I get in on a really good entry where I can trail the order and get a little more than the 5 points that I'm aiming for, or 7, whatever it is, you know, I could take more profit than my entry first suggested. That happens. Just like I could lose more, but that's also another rule, is that I'm not gonna lose more if the order is going against me. When the order is going against me, I'm just gonna take it. Whatever I set my stop loss, I'm only gonna move it more towards the target, rather than moving it away from the target or the entry. So my stop loss is not gonna be moved away just to cover more bases, because I'm going to start making more limit trades rather than or limit orders rather than market orders. Because all throughout these challenges I've been making market orders, and I found out that, you know, limit orders it's a great tool. It's a great tool, so I'm gonna give it a go. Maybe every entry, maybe some of them, you know, I have to kind of be flexible since I'm scalping. Whoa, you see guys, all that green there? Oh wow. I kind of figured that we were going up in the markets. I really did, you know, this is happening. But what's been happening is that also, you know, kind of an update on the channel as well, because I had been trading, you know, I've been trading the evaluation, not really doing anything else, you know, when I was making the videos constantly. But then I got into some competitions, which I did upload a couple of videos on the competitions, but I was way out of my league. I didn't know what I was doing. And streaming at the same time was really like tough. Like I couldn't do it. I couldn't keep up talking and at the same time learning a whole new thing about, you know, trading competitions. But in any case, I did join the leap from TradeDay's competition for, they give you $100,000, no, they give you $250,000 to start off with. And you're actually not, you know, using margin to trade. You are actually trading the price differential on the instruments. And they had about, if I remember correctly, it was like 7 or 8, 6 instruments that you could use. Bitcoin being one of them. For example, Ethereum was another one, and Solana for the crypto. And then they had a pair of currency, which was the euro to the dollar. And then they had a couple of commodities like, oh yeah, they had an index, and I think it was the SPX 500. And what was it? The gold. Yeah, gold was in there. So in any case, I was doing really good on that thing. I mean, I got kind of lucky. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say that I knew what I was doing. But whilst I was just figuring it out, trying different things, I ended up with like $1,000 in profit. And I was like, dang. And even this thing told me, you know, because I'll show you guys. I finished, this is my last like, you know, my last result by the time the competition ended. So like I said, I was $1,000 up and then lost all that money. I think I was even in a drawdown, like, you know, below the $250,000. But then I managed to, you know, come a little bit ahead. And with 0.07 profit, I am 20% of participants. Okay, when I had the $1,000 here, when I had $1,000 and something dollars, this said 10%. Well, it says you are in the top 10% of participants. Of course, it was ongoing, and I think my profit here was like 0.3 something like 0.3%, or I don't know what 1,000, you know, you can figure it out, maybe 0.25%, something like that. So I was 10% of the participants. Of course, there's a lot of participants. This is my final position, you know, 13,000, nothing to brag about. But I mean, of course, you know, kudos to Melissa. She managed to win all that money, you know, make all that profit and get the prize of 25 grand. You know, all these people got paid. Zergs, oh, that's a cool name. Trader Zergs. Hawaii, man, in the house. Aloha. Represent. You know what I mean, man. In any case, I was doing the leap, the competition, and as well I was doing the CME competition challenge on a sim account. Of course, they're all sim accounts. This one was for futures trading, and you got to use different instruments like agriculture, metals, basically every futures. I think it might be every, well, maybe not every, because they have so many products. You can even trade our divergences between two different instruments. I mean, it's nuts, all the variety of things they have. And the cool thing about the CME competition was that they kind of, you know, their main goal is education. So in order to take the competition, you have to first get through a bunch of educational tapes. You don't really have to go through them. I mean, you kind of do. I mean, I did. I went through them. But you could like pretend you did, you know what I mean? But I did do them, and you get a certificate upon completion. Upon completion, you get a certificate that's valid. That's actually valid, you know, in the trader, you know, retail market, I guess. Or even if you wanted to get a job as a trader or something. I mean, you have those certificates that may count for your education. So that's cool. So, you know, you watch the videos, and I think that's what keeps a lot of people from that specific competition, because whereas, you know, TradeDay's competition had, you know, 70,000 participants, this one only had like, I can't remember actually, let's check it out. But it was like 5,000 maybe less than 5,000 people. And on this one, I didn't do as well, but I didn't lose that much. And I did, you know, I did trade a lot and you know, try different things. And one that kept kicking my butt was silver. Silver, every time I, you know, used, well, it doesn't want to go into my dashboard. I can't remember where they had those results. Here we go. You see, I ended up with a little bit of a drawdown. It was 100,000 to begin with, so I only lost like $202. This is all the products that we were trading, you know. Some of them you could trade a lot of different. I never traded crypto on this one. I was just focused more on agriculture. For example, WTI crude oil. That one was really good for me, and it still is. Like, I'm still kind of like using this platform. It sucks. Okay, that's probably why they only have like 5,000 people. But look at this guy, man. Look at this guy. And by the way, I don't see it here, but there was a guy, I guess, a guy. You never know what, maybe it's AI or something. But there was a participant named Kamikaze that had like ridiculous earnings, balance, like where did he go? He's not even in the top 10 here. Yeah, maybe he's top 10, maybe he's 10. So with me losing this much, I was still able to get 848 plays, which is not that bad for considering there's 5,000 people. So that gives you an idea of like just everybody's just putting money in the wrong thing and doing the wrong thing basically and blowing up accounts. You know, this is crazy how much money you can make on a futures account because of the leverage and the margin. But I mean, you start with $100,000 and this is his profit, you know, this is his total balance at the end of the competition, 100,000 plus the 300,000. That's crazy. That's nuts. And then this is the products that he traded, but there's more. I mean, I guess this is the last two that he traded. They probably traded more. Not that many trades if you think about it, you know, like look at this person, 32 trades, 11 trades only. So they're putting a lot of eggs in one basket basically, or just one big egg. In any case, man, I'm glad to be trading again, even if no one's watching. I know these videos might be watched later because they're in the catalog of YouTube's algorithm, and they're not that bad, you know. They're not that bad. There's worse things you can watch on YouTube. All right, so let's get started here with the 5-minute and the 3-minute together. Here we go. Well, we got we'll take this low all the way, yeah, all the way up here. Price never traded higher than that until it broke and now hasn't mitigated this area. So probably coming down here. We are in an upward trend, but right now at the moment, price is reversing or retracting or just going down. It's going down, and there might be an area here where it taps into to go higher, and if it breaks this high, possibly keep going higher. If it stays below this high, maybe there's a range here throughout the day. We have a lot of reports today, so things might get crazy. Okay, things might get really crazy. We have the CPI, and this morning that was a huge spike that we can see there. You see this? It's just volume, right? When price, when there's news, it could go up, it could go down, but it's just volume. It's just if you get in here, you think, oh, you know, if I get in here, it's gonna go up. Yeah, but as it's going up, it goes up and down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. So there's a lot of movement, and you can't really get in. So better to stay away. And actually, it's part of the rules from TradeDay not to trade during those times. So, anyways, that was the whole thing about trading different accounts and stuff. But yeah, so just going up. So in any case, by the way, those accounts, those competition accounts, I will be doing more of those now that I know what is up. I think they have them periodically. It's not like a one-off thing during the year. I think they have multiple during the year. So I'll be doing more of those and doing them live. Huh? How cool. You get to see more of these just right here. This. So the other reports are coming up. This one is actually in an hour, but that's agriculture, but it might still do something to us. So we're in the, you know, index, futures index market, but this might affect a little bit, and this one definitely pertain to us. So we're gonna be out by here, of course. We're not gonna be here. So yeah, like I was saying, there might be a range forming. So by the way, I do have a checklist that I go through every day, every single, I guess, trading account. Each account gets, well, let me say this. Each account that I trade for the day, for that day, gets one of the sheets that I have in front of me. I have a checklist that I go through in order to not make stupid mistakes that could be very costly. And then I record every trade. So journaling is a big part of trading if you want to improve. I'm just telling myself that. I wasn't talking to you guys. Okay. I don't like to be in this area trading too much, because even though it's a range, actually, you know, this is not a bad place to be. But if it starts going in one direction or the other, then we're gonna have an issue. It's pretty basic here. I do think the protected for now is gonna be here because it did bring us a lower low. It did close just below that, maybe? It closed right there anyways. Right on the opening of this bullish bar. And we have the drop. So looking, you know, pretty aggressively downward shift. So we are not going to be surprised if price taps right here actually and comes down further. But this is a protected low here, which is stronger because it has not been broken and because it produced this high that was breaking these highs and highs to the left that we can see in the longer time frame. I don't like that, but oh, come on. Where do I put this? I'll put this over here. On the longer time frame, we need an hour. So we're on the all-time high. Yeah, we are. You know, I had a feeling that the market has been going up, and I've been actually on other same accounts. I've been trading other things going up. And I think that's what cooked me on the leap competition. That's what cooked me. I kept trying to go down when the market was going up, you know? And yes, I like to look for little reversals. That's really what I'm trying to do, is like look at a range and then figure out. Let's go with a 20-second here, guys. All right. Yeah, so, you know, we gotta follow the trend and then make, I guess, reversal points for the continuation. Like right here, right? Right here would be a good trade to go down. But we're gonna wait for it to go up first and see where the down. But see, the thing is, I don't know. Never mind. I'm just gonna play it out a little slower than that. Still make this yellow for now. We'll see which one of these gets broken too. I'm gonna place an order, you know, a limit order. If it goes there, bam. Man, I was watching this dude trading on his channel, you know, he's got a channel. I'm not gonna say who, doesn't matter. But he was using the 1 second chart. I was like, dang, that's crazy. But yeah, but why not? It was working for him. It was truly working. And I like to see that. You know, I like to see guys get in there and make money. Hopefully they're not lying. But even if it's a sim account, right? Well, the thing with a sim account is that it's not even about the real money thing, you know? People get upset like if traders online use sim accounts because it's not real, they're not really profitable. And the problem with the sim account is not so much that there's no real money to it. But my beef with the sim account is that, you know, you could reset it a million times. So that's my beef with it. But if you had a sim account and you showed it online, you said, hey guys, this is my sim account and I'm going to make a lot of profit on it, like I'm gonna be profitable on the sim account, and you manage to do that, that's amazing. That's great. Like I would watch that. I don't care if it's not real money. But the problem is that he might be resetting it without me knowing. See what I'm saying? And that's why people, I guess, don't like them. I mean, that's my only beef with them. But the thing is, like, if you say, hey, like, I don't really care if you don't believe me, right? You say, I don't really care if you believe me. This is what I'm doing. This is for me, right? And when they lose, they lose. When they win, they win. And that's a cool, why not? Like, that's a good trader. It's not about it being a sim account and not real money. It's about them being, what type of time they're on. I mean, what's the goal? Is it to like con people out of money because you sell a course, or is it as a educational thing? Everybody has their own motives. Mine are education. They are because I want to be profitable. Because I want to be profitable, I know that the way to get there is to be a disciplined trader, which includes education. It's a big part of it. Psychologically too. That, revenge trading is a real phenomenon that I've struggled with. You see, that was a good spot too. That was, this usually a lot of time, well, not usually, a lot of times these areas here produce these dips on a, like I said, my bias right now is downward, until we break these lows, these lows, right, which would be here. When we break this low, then we're really thinking, okay, we're going down, but there might be reversals up, but it's probably going to continue to go down. But if it doesn't break this low, it's going to either range here and then eventually break the high, of course, if it doesn't break the low. For a while, it'll eventually break one of those, especially with the reports coming up. This is going to get wild. So we're not going to stay here too long. So what is it going to do? Or we might stay here till all the reports come, and then we'll go one direction or the other. So right now, probably the best thing to do here is just to look for the range being created and see if that plays out. And usually when you have these dips like this, like if you didn't get in here, it's likely that when it comes back, if you put another order, now the percentage of it going down is lower. A lot of times it just goes through, right? Because it went up, mitigated, and then up again through this. So if you didn't see this, if you didn't get in on it, that's fine. It's just, that wasn't it. That wasn't your entry. No matter how you see it, it wasn't, because you were not in. So you wait maybe for the break of this, or for a lower low, or just to hang here. And if it does, then more waiting, just waiting. And then see, especially when it slows down like that, a lot of times it slows down, nothing happens, and then boom, or boom, whatever it may be, there's a move. And after that move, there's some kind of low or high created, and then we can see a better, we can be in a better place to say, okay, I think it's not going to go higher than this, or okay, I don't think it's going to go lower than this. And that's it. Name of the game. But yeah, my bias right now is still lower. At least this lows here, you know, test them again. Test this lows. And then eventually this one. Unless it maybe flips from here, goes up, ranges, or maybe goes up higher. If it does go higher, I don't think it's gonna go like a lot. I think it's gonna go just a little bit and then retrace back to this area for the day. But that's only my bias, you know. So yeah, I think this area is gonna get played out like almost too long before coming down. But I might be completely wrong, and we might just go down here, you know. Again, CPI report, FOMC report, a lot of reports. Ooh, that was a nice one. It's a nice little flip there. I like that. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. Yeah, the reason I like that is because that's what we want price to be doing, this kind of moves like that, and that's good for us. Hopefully there's more of them today, because a lot of times, you know, I've noticed that it's like sometimes price is doing this just smoothly, we get in, we make profit, and then the market just completely changes dynamic, and we're still thinking, oh, it's going to do the same, it's going to do the same. You know, sometimes it's just catch the ones you can and then get out. Like, don't think the market's gonna just keep doing that over and over. I mean, unless it does. So keep watching it, but if you get 1 or 2 entries, you know, count yourself lucky. So yeah, so we're gonna get better at this evaluation for sure. Is the goal. And then maybe later do the top step evaluation. I've been hearing good things about that one from some of the community. We'll try it out. See what the fuss is about. They did change the rules of TradeDay's rules. There used to be 10-day minimum required trading days. They changed that to 7. And I guess it's because of the competition they're facing, you know? Some people say, hey, 10 days? I don't have 10 days. It's like a whole month. For them, because they, you know, they have a full-time job or they have kids, whatever the hell. Then they can't trade for 10 days. Or maybe they're like 9 days in with profit, and then on day 10 they lose all the profit. It's like, come on. And then trade is like, oh, you guys are going to top step? 7 days. Okay. Yeah, I'll take 7 days. That's better. Getting through the 10 days was not a problem in both attempts. Last two attempts wasn't a big deal, but it is much appreciated that now it's less time. You know what I mean? The rules are getting better. Yeah, that flip, look at that flip. I love it. That was a nice little flip. We saw it from this one here. Look at that. So down, up, close, wick, and then break the high here. And then keep going up. Didn't break this one. It just ran it. Let's see. Ooh, it just closed right there, like right on it. Then it went down, but only mitigated half of the area. Break. So we might be going up higher. Might be, maybe. My bias right now is still ranging. I think we're gonna range here for a while, but you know, that's just my bias. And you know, that was a good spot to get in. 50% of this area. This is where we want to long from. So at least we're getting a sense of what's going on today. Yeah, I was thinking of maybe shorting there because of this high here, but of course not, because of flip looking thing. Here is stronger. Definitely this is gonna be a stronger. Ooh, pull down. Maybe. Oh, not really. That's good stuff. This is good stuff. So, you know, some clean mitigation of this whole area here. Then 50% up. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks. I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm alright. That was the first order of the day. 65 bucks. Let's log it in. And you know, I got out too early, man. I was honestly, I wasn't even trying to get out. I was trying to chase it, but I didn't want to risk too much. So I was like, okay, I'm happy with, you know, $70 in profit, but I do want to test it more. And as I was, you know, as I left the stop order, I was trying to move the target, and that's when it filled me. So if I had maybe just not, you know, put it like closer to the entry, I would have time. I would have had time to get this bit. I probably would have put my target lower, which would probably ended up being the same and worse because going to my entry more. But that's what this is why because it's likely that price is not going to give me too much. It's just a little retracement from the trend going up. Okay, we have a flip. We definitely broke this high here, might go up higher. It's actually not, you know, it's going higher than my entry now, so I would be in drawdown now and probably going higher. So I just wanted a quick move, you know, and I didn't think I was gonna get the 7 points. I thought either I get a lot more points or nothing, but in any case, I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it, maybe get $100. That's what I was trying to kind of do, because I didn't think I was gonna get a lot. It probably would have ended up being the 7 points that I was originally had. So sometimes it's best just to not touch the trades. In any case, $65. That's we're gonna take them. So it's 19529. 19532. All right.
If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch. Always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't.
I don't like this rapper, man.
But that's what makes a personality is.
I kind of like this area, you know. It's something I like. There's something I like about it. We did break the highs here, so this is no longer. Actually, let's put it up here. That would have been a good entry there. Right here. Because this low did break this high here. So, a little protected. And a lot of times I see this happen. A lot of times. And even if it still goes down, you get those 5 points. Boom. Get out. Yeah, that would have been a really sweet entry there. And, you know, going with the trend rather than against it, which is a little less worrisome. Let's just say that. Worrisome. Now it's mitigation of the 50%, but this one's a little bit, you know, some people like this. this is where they get in, but I get cooked a lot doing that. I was gonna get in there. Oh, I missed that. That one actually I missed because I was ready for that. Oh, well, you know, and you know, it's like you never know, so you can't really say that. But yeah, shit. Look at that. That would have been sweet. It's over. I know I'm being a little too ambitious with price, but that's how you gotta be. That's how you gotta do it. This is gonna take forever. Yeah, I didn't trust the third, you know, a third leg, but it did pan out. I mean, 3 points. Okay, more than that, yeah. I mean, it did pan out, so. But I didn't want to do this trade because we had tested it already. And maybe now it's, you know, willing to go down. Maybe this area is going to give us some kind of reaction. Definitely more volume, a little wick. So even if it wants to come down lower, we still have this area to play with. You know what I'm saying? Oh, nice. Likely we go higher now because it didn't run the high over there. Sorry, the low. Yeah, price is moving pretty clean, considering we're just kind of stuck in an area. Like I can see the entries that I would take, like if I were to take 100 entries, I can see them, potential entries, I guess. and price is like, you know, leaving smoothly out of there. Like for example, this entry, okay, smoothly up, you know. If you wanted to get in here, it would have played out without drawdown, or just quickly and clean. Same with this one, you know, same with the drop. The drop, you know, we didn't really have a chance to force. But look at this. Well, see, the problem with this is like I would have probably put my entry around here, and I would have been this much in drawdown. Depending on how soon I see it, probably would have saw it before it played out. Like, you know, just left my entry there, and when price traded up, would my entry where my entry was pretty much, and you know, try to go for a longer move down, which is playing out, but I would have been in drawdown here, get scared, get out with a little bit of profit, and it's just a wasted time where I could be just waiting for a better entry. Yeah, we have no signs that it wants to trade up from here at the moment, so you know, I'm gonna keep this entry here. It's a little bit, I don't know about this entry, honestly. Probably best to just not take it and see what plays out a little more. Might still play out, but I want to see first, and if it shoots down, it might go straight to my stop loss without stopping. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I would have shorted that definitely. It's going too quick. All right, let's catch that. little too late. Yeah, just the entry, you know, I should have kept that limit order and put it at the top of the, I mean, I still wouldn't have the entry in, but I think it would have worked out better because now I'm gonna get taken out. Shoot. I should have closed it. Oh, let's see. Close it? No, I might close this entry. Yeah, probably best to. It doesn't break here. Oh, it did break. Okay, good. Yeah, but still. Oh boy. Some strong bull action. Strong. A real battle going on right here. Come on, Bears. Yeah, this was not a good entry given that it's just really messing with me. It's might still play out, but wow. Should have gone out. When it shoots up drastically, so I'm not gonna be surprised if it just takes me out and keeps going up. Whereas the downward, when it goes down, it's really being met with resistance or support actually. But still going down. Oh, come on. Wow, doesn't want to break up either. Yeah, this is it. Let's check out the report. What was the time? It wasn't 11. 11? The agriculture. Wow. Why don't I get out of that trade? Why don't I get out of this? Because there's hope, but it's clearly going to stay going up. This is it. This has to be it. There we go. There we go. And finally, that was a lot. That was a lot to take in. All right, $100. $19525. 19530. 5 points, $100. Remaining balance 50, 155, 64. Cool. All right, let's see if we can catch one more. Maybe go for 3 points since all we need is about 50 bucks. Maybe get a really nice. It did play out very well, you know, eventually. Still price still there, my trade lower, and a really good place to have both the stop loss and the profit. So I'm actually happy about this trade, although I should have put the limit order on top of this can, or maybe here, somewhere around here, rather than getting here. And look at that, would have been just smoother, would have been less time waiting, and also just cleaner, you know, no drawdown trade. But I got in on a market order because I thought that there was a pull down that looked promising, and it did play out, but you know, took a while. And then here's the area that I wanted to actually play out, this one here. Let's see if it does. It's a black line here. You see, it would have just went straight through. So I'm glad I took it out. I had a feeling that that's one of the areas that could do that, because the protected low basically was this one. So now this one is not really protected because the one that was protected was ran here, you know, here. So then we just ran right through that, which I think price is where it's gonna go up to now. You know, I do not think we're gonna break this low here, but that's just my bias. I think we're gonna stay up here and go back to this area, especially here. But I'm not gonna rush into a trade. I want to see what plays out first. Oh, wow, look at that. Wow. So the entry was this top was the perfect entry. Was the highest, you know, if you see the flip. Oh, this happened earlier. We were here when it happened. So this part here was definitely the entry. The high of it right here. You know, nothing crazy, but just a clean 3 points. Boom. Got it. All right, guys, this is what I call passing the day. I call it passing the day. I passed. Today I passed. Clean 3 trades, all profit ones. That's what I'm talking about. And this is how you do it. You get out. You get out while you're clean. Otherwise, this is not going to be good, guys. Follow my lead. All right. It's a good day for me. I hope it was for you as well. My result is $210, almost 11 in profit. That's what I meant when I said, you know, my goal was 200, ended up making more, but that's just the way it goes, you know. And 3 trades, 0 losses. And then that's it. The time is 11:49. So basically 1 hour and something. Not a not a stressful day. Definitely not a stressful day. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Stay tuned. There's gonna be more competitions, evaluations, demos, replays, all of it, okay? In the same channel. Stay tuned. Peace.